General Hospital spoilers, Jason accidentally discovers a secret in his search for Britt. For years, Jason Morgan has lived in the shadows of loyalty, family, and mob wars, balancing his deadly duties with the fragile bonds of love. Now, as his relentless search for Britt Westbourne intensifies, Jason finds himself caught in a web of mystery that threatens to unravel everything he thought he knew. In this extended, for 1,000-word spoilers deep dive, we'll peel back the layers of Jason's journey, Britt's disappearance, and the earth-shattering secret he uncovers by accident, one that could change Port Charles forever. The story begins with Jason at a crossroads. For months, he's been haunted by the absence of Britt Westbourne. Once entangled romantically and emotionally, their connection left Jason with lingering guilt and unanswered questions after her sudden departure from Port Charles. Was Britt truly safe, or had her ties to Victor Cassadine and the remnants of the Cassadine Empire put her in danger again? Jason, who rarely lets emotions cloud his judgment, can't shake the nagging feeling that Britt didn't leave voluntarily. Spinelli feeds into this suspicion, uncovering digital breadcrumbs that suggest Britt's phone last pinged from a warehouse dock on the outskirts of New York, far from any vacation or quiet retreat she may have promised. The deeper Jason digs, the more dangerous the trail becomes. His search takes him from Port Charles's waterfront to abandoned safe houses once used by the Cassadines. Everywhere he turns, he finds signs that someone carefully covered their tracks. And yet, there's a presence in the shadows, watching him as he searches. Jason knows what this means. Britt didn't just disappear. She was taken. Jason's hunt pulls him back into Cassadine territory. He discovers that remnants of Victor's network may still be alive, operating in secret under new leadership. But who? Rumors swirl in Port Charles that Nicholas Cassadine has been running covert operations from overseas. Others whisper that Helena Cassadine's influence still lingers, as if the matriarch's ghost won't stop haunting the living. Anna Devane, aware of Jason's obsession with finding Britt, warns him not to dive headfirst into Cassadine business. But Jason is undeterred. Britt meant too much to him, and even if he won't admit it aloud, he feels he owes her the same protection and devotion he gave Sam and Carly. Spinelli hacks into shipping records tied to Cassadine Holdings, revealing a mysterious vessel that frequently docks in Dalmatia, the very place where Victor once held prisoners, including Drew Kane. Could Britt have been dragged back into Cassadine captivity? Jason prepares to leave Port Charles, but Sonny, ever cautious, reminds him, "If you go after the Cassadines blind, you won't come back." Jason knows the risk, but his mind is already set. It's in Dalmatia that Jason makes his accidental, yet life-altering, discovery. Following a lead into a decrepit estate believed to be abandoned, Jason stumbles across what seems to be an underground medical facility. He expects to find traces of Britt or maybe a Cassadine science experiment gone wrong, but what he uncovers is even more shocking. Inside the dimly lit chambers, Jason discovers medical files, genetic research, and encrypted data drives. Among them is Britt's name, but she isn't listed as a victim. She's listed as a participant. According to the files, Britt had been working with someone to counteract a dangerous genetic disease connected to the Cassadine bloodline. But Jason doesn't stop there. Buried in the files is another revelation, evidence of a secret child tied to Port Charles. The DNA records link back not only to Britt, but also to a member of Jason's own family. At first, Jason believes it must be a mistake. How could Britt, who had always been brutally honest about her flaws and mistakes, keep something of this magnitude from him? But the evidence is undeniable. Jason isn't just searching for Britt anymore, he's unraveling a secret that could blow Port Charles apart. The files point to one conclusion: Britt may have been hiding the existence of a child. The genetic data suggests ties to Jason's bloodline, but the puzzle is incomplete. Was Jason the father? Was Drew involved? Or had Britt protected a child born out of Cassadine manipulation? Jason remembers his nights with Britt, their closeness before she disappeared, and the raw truth in her eyes when she admitted she wasn't ready for a life with him. Did she push him away because she was protecting something bigger? The heartbreak hits Jason in waves. For years, he's been denied the normal life he once dreamed of: raising Danny, being a present father, building something stable. Could it be that Britt gave him that chance, but robbed him of knowing it? Yet another possibility gnaws at him. The child may not be Britt's at all. The files suggest Cassadine experimentation with embryos, blending DNA to create insurance heirs. If so, then the child could have been engineered to tie Jason's bloodline to the Cassadines forever. Either way, someone in Port Charles is connected to a child who should not exist. And Jason knows he must find out who. Jason's discovery doesn't go unnoticed. The moment he removes one of the data drives, alarms blare in the estate. Armed guards storm the underground facility, forcing Jason into a deadly shootout. He narrowly escapes with the evidence, but his face has been marked. Back in Port Charles, Jason confides in Spinelli, but he doesn't tell anyone else, not even Carly or Sam. The stakes are too high. If the truth about this secret child came out before Jason had proof, it could shatter lives and ignite another war with the Cassadines. But he's not the only one on the hunt. Valentine Cassadine begins sniffing around, suspicious of Jason's sudden interest in Dalmatia. Nicholas resurfaces in Port Charles with cryptic warnings, insisting Jason stop looking for Britt. The more Jason pushes, the clearer it becomes. Someone very powerful doesn't want this secret exposed. For the first time in years, Jason feels truly conflicted. His life has always been about black and white choices, protect or eliminate, loyalty or betrayal. But this discovery weighs heavier than anything he has faced. If Britt is alive, she may have been protecting a child all along. Did she keep the truth from him because she didn't trust him, or because she knew the Cassadines would kill to keep control of the child? Jason replays his past conversations with Britt, her fears, her self-deprecating jokes, and the way she sometimes softened when they spoke about family. Maybe all along, she was hinting at the secret she carried. Jason, who rarely allows himself to hope, suddenly finds himself yearning. Not for mob peace or revenge, but for the chance to know the truth. The possibility of a child changes everything. Just when Jason feels the weight of hopelessness, the unthinkable happens. Britt Westbourne reappears in Port Charles. She's thinner, haunted, and carrying scars, both physical and emotional. When Jason confronts her, demanding to know where she's been, she hesitates. But the moment Jason mentions the files, Britt breaks down.
Al.
Yes, Jason. There's something I never told you. And it's about the child. The confirmation shatters Jason, even though he expected it. But Britt doesn't stop there. She reveals that the child wasn't just hers, or his. It was created in secret by Victor Cassadine's experiments, using stolen genetic material. Jason's DNA was taken without his knowledge. The child is real, and the Cassadines are still protecting it. The revelation sets off shockwaves. Jason now has a mission unlike any before, not just protecting Port Charles, not just saving Britt, but finding the child who shares his blood. Sonny warns Jason that pursuing this will make him the #1 target of the Cassadines. Carly urges him to think of Danny, Jake, and Scout before dragging them into another war. But Jason is resolute. I didn't choose this, he tells Carly. But if there's a child out there, my child, or my family's child, I can't walk away. The Cassadines won't give up their secret easily. And Jason knows the fight is only beginning. What happens next will shake Port Charles to its core. If Jason succeeds in finding the child, decades of Cassadine schemes could collapse. Families will be ripped apart. Relationships will implode. If Britt stands by Jason, will it reignite their old connection, or destroy her forever? How will Sam react when she learns Jason may have another child tied to him? And what will happen when Danny, Jake, and Scout discover the truth about their potential sibling? The stage is set for war, Jason versus the Cassadines, with Britt caught in the middle and a secret child whose very existence could rewrite Port Charles' history. Jason Morgan's accidental discovery is no longer just about finding Britt. It's about uncovering a hidden truth that could change his legacy, the Cassadines' power, and the very future of Port Charles. As General Hospital spoilers tease, Jason's journey is about to collide with betrayal, love, danger, and shocking revelations. One thing is certain, Port Charles will never be the same again.